Hey friends, how's everybody doing tonight on this beautiful Thursday evening, the 5th day of December in the year of our Lord 2019? Listen friends, I've decided it's been a while since I've done one of these HempWorx videos, so I'm really hoping you'll pay close attention to what I've got to share with you, because this information is truly life-changing. Whether you decide to act on it or not, that remains to be seen. But I'm doing this video for several reasons. Number one, I'm telling all of my people on my Retired Marine Sounds Off site to please come over here to this hemp channel and at least subscribe to it. Because by doing so, you will be part of my backup channel. In the event that I get terminated or removed from YouTube, as so many of my fellow patriots have over the last year or so, and we all know that the censorship is very real. If you are a true American patriot and you're doing the best you can to share truth and knowledge with the people, a lot of those folks have been removed from YouTube. And I've thought for a long time that that may very well happen to me, because I don't pull any punches on my Retired Marine Sounds Off site. So in the event that does occur, at least I'll be able to have another backup site that we can go from. And I also have quite a few anonymous patriots out there that are working diligently to upload my videos from my Retired Marine site. And I want to give a big shout out to all of you that are doing that. God bless you for your efforts. But listen, it's been a while since I made a HempWorx video, so let me just share a few thoughts with you, and hopefully, I'll start to get through to some of you. Now, first of all, let me say that the HempWorx business may not be for all of you, because it does take a lot of effort. It takes passion, it takes diligence, and it takes a work ethic. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not some Ponzi scheme. This is not something you get signed up in and you're going to be an overnight sensation. Now, most of you have heard my story, but for the sake of you that may be hearing this for the first time, let me tell you what happened with me. I discovered HempWorx probably about June or July of 2018. And the reason I discovered it, I was actually doing research trying to find hemp-related, cannabis-related products that I could introduce to my fellow veterans who are suffering from PTSD. Now, many of our veterans are committing suicide on a daily basis, something to the tune of 23 a day. And one of the reasons for that is because they're completely strung out on opioids, okay? And we know that there's a major opioid epidemic all across the nation and throughout the world in reality. And so during my research, I ran across a couple of websites that talked about some of the positive experiences people were having using CBD oil in weaning themselves off of the opioids. Because unless you've had your head buried in the sand or you've been under a rock, you should know by now that real CBD, I'm not talking about the imitation stuff, I'm talking about the pure type CBD, which we have at HempWorx. This stuff is showing great promise in helping people in many, many ways. I'm not going to get into the details of all that, because I don't want to put myself in any kind of situation where I might get in trouble with my company with compliance or anything like that. So as I talk about CBD, I don't really go into great detail about what it does for people, other than to tell you what it's done for me. I have noticed since I started using this product that many of the aches and pains that I had throughout my body, I no longer have. I also have noticed that I've had a great improvement in the depth and quality of my sleep. Now, many of you folks out there, especially those of you that are getting a little older, you have those same challenges with your sleep patterns. So I don't know exactly what the CBD industrial hemp oil will do for you, or the gummies. We have a myriad of products now. We also have the THC-free product. This is the white cap is totally THC-free, And then we have the full spectrum product. And I understand we have some new products as well. So if you have not yet joined HempWorx, or you may be interested in it, you just don't know about it, I would encourage you to go to my website. I'm not going to put that out here because I try to make these videos on this hemp channel generic. So all of you that are currently part of the Motley Crew HempWorx team, you can use these videos in your marketing efforts or in your desires to share the important information with other people. So I won't put any of my links on these sites, okay? But here's what I want to tell you. If you have not yet joined, you really should take a strong look at doing so. It may work for you. It may be something that you love and you run with, as many of the folks who've joined me in the past have done, or you may decide this is not for you. Different strokes for different folks, but you will never know until you try it. Don't end up being one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda people, because I have heard testimonials that would absolutely blow your mind. And I know one thing, I will never go another day in my life without using this product. Now, I'm 63 going on 20. I'm probably in the best physical condition, health-wise, than I've been in 10, 20 years. And I mean that sincerely. I also want to say that we are noticing that a lot of people are taking the home-based business of HempWorx, MyDailyChoice, to heart, and they're working it, and you're starting to make a significant amount of money, as I have. I've made more money with this company since January 4th, when I joined, up until this present day, than in any company I've ever been with. Now, as I was doing my research into the CBD oil, trying to find something that might work for my fellow veterans, I stumbled in by accident into HempWorx. And the more I researched this company and the products, the more excited I became. But I held off. I was not ready or willing to join because there were still issues in some of the different states throughout America, to include Ohio, Alabama, Texas. There were certain counties in Texas where they were not allowing CBD to be marketed. But lo and behold, last December, almost a year ago, on the 20th day of December last year, our president, Donald J. Trump, signed the Farm Bill. Now, that Farm Bill was written in 2014, but our previous president refused to sign it for whatever reason, and when President Trump found out about it, he signed it. And several days after the signing of it, I started to get a bombardment of emails and text messages from friends that watch my Retired Marine Sounds Off site. And they said, "Steve, did you hear about what President Trump just did?" And I said, "No, I really didn't." And they said, "Well, he signed the Farm Bill." And I said, "Well, that's great, but I'm not a farmer. I have a lot of farmer friends, and I greatly respect farmers across this nation, but what has that got to do with me personally?" And they said, "Oh man, it's going to open up the entire hemp market." And I said, "Explain it." He said, "Well, the signing of the Farm Bill allows American farmers nationwide to once again grow and cultivate hemp, because up until 1937, hemp was one of the largest cash crops in America. And now, unless you're asleep at the wheel, everywhere you go, you're going to read in the newspaper, you're going to see online, wherever you turn, you're going to hear more and more people talking about not only the benefits of CBD, but also farmers are really getting on board with it. And more and more of them are switching certain crops that they're currently growing to hemp. And I'll give you an example. I'm from Danville, Virginia. Many of you may have watched my previous video from several days ago on my Retired Marine channel, where I talked about how my home state of Virginia is currently under siege by demonic, evil forces that are trying to take away all of the guns from the citizens of Virginia. If you haven't seen that video, you may want to go to my channel and check it out. And I've gotten a tremendous response from both friends in Virginia and elsewhere talking about how much they appreciated me sharing that information. But I can also tell you one other thing about my home state of Virginia, and that is they have a very aggressive program to help switch Virginia farmers from tobacco. Most of you should know that Virginia has been one of the leading states in America in the tobacco industry. But more and more people are waking up. They're no longer smoking cigarettes. And so the Virginia farmers are very interested in growing hemp. Now, I was in Danville just a few weeks ago for my 45th high school reunion. And at that time, I saw in one of the local papers this article, Hemp Crop Insurance Coming to Virginia. And in my hometown of Danville, for the past 2 years, there has been an international expo on this very subject of helping farmers both in Virginia and throughout the South and other places as well learn everything they need to know to start growing and cultivating hemp. So again, the timing on you seeing this information or getting involved in this amazing HempWorx home-based business, or just simply using our product. Now we have we have almost 80,000 new affiliates that have joined our company in the year 2019. But we have about 4 times as many people that have decided to become preferred customers in our company. So there's no, and also our parent company, MyDailyChoice, which HempWorx is a division of, is the fastest growing multi-level network marketing company on planet Earth. That was our standing in 2018, and we're leading the pack once again in 2019. Now, just to give you an example of the kind of tremendous growth I'm talking about, in 2018, that was the first full year of HempWorx. Our company did just over 100 million in sales of our wonderful products. This year, we are well over 500 million. We are well on our way to becoming a billion-dollar company. So God bless all of you wonderful souls out there that decided to get on board with me, or maybe you're watching this video and you're on some other team, and that's fine. I don't care. That's great. This video is for anybody that's got an open mind and heart and wants to learn more, okay? But there's no doubt that your timing on seeing this information, whether you want to just be a product user, but most especially if you're interested in becoming a business builder, your timing is impeccable. It could not be any better than it is right now. Now, windows of opportunity are only open so long. Every single day, that window starts to close more and more because there becomes more and more saturation. Right now, HempWorx is no more than a blip on the radar screen. But I can assure you that everything is going to radically change in 2020. You think we're going to end this year on a positive note? Absolutely we are. But I promise you, I know a lot about marketing. And I've been part of a lot of different companies since my retirement from the military, because I swore once I got out of the military, I would never work for a boss again. And thanks to online marketing and that, I've been very successful since my retirement from the military. But a few years ago, in 2015, I had my own personal medical crisis, and I was pretty hard down. It's a miracle that I'm still here. And I know some of my trolls wish that I had gone ahead and crossed over, because I've been doing nothing more than wreaking havoc on all of the demon rats ever since I started my YouTube channel and got heavily involved in other social media platforms back in the beginning of 2017 after President Trump came into office. But regardless, I'm still here. I'm doing better than I've done in years, and I give a lot of credit to the hemp oil for that. That's not the only thing. I'm doing other modalities. I'm doing everything I can to, live as long and healthy as I can. I've encouraged all of my viewers over the last number of months that if you're not currently engaged in organic juicing, that's something you should definitely decide to do. Many of you it would behoove you to start making your New Year's resolutions now. I've always done that. I don't wait till January to start, working out at the gym or trying to lose weight or whatever goals you might be conjuring up in your head about what you would like to accomplish in 2020. I would assure you that you would be better off if you got a head start during the month of December, because if you can go through the holiday season by watching what you're eating, by starting to do organic juicing, start to use CBD products, you would be much better off than if you wait until 2020. Now, for those of you that are interested in the business aspect, the same holds true. Why not get a head start on this massive global expansion that we're going to see during 2020 and beyond? And I've said before, if you desire to build a big business, you could not do better than signing up directly with me. Now, why do I say that? Because one portion of our compensation plan has what's called spillover. That means that you would receive below you, whether you come in on my right side or my left side, you would be the recipient of a massive amount of spillover. Now, having said that, there are some of you that joined me way back in January, February, March timeframe, and you got in and you've maintained your activity in the company, and you still have a massive amount of volume either running down your right leg or your left leg. Now again, the binary left-right aspect of the compensation plan is only one piece of what I believe is the most lucrative compensation plan to ever hit the network marketing industry. I know for a fact that it's the greatest I've ever seen. I was in a company a number of years ago based out of Florida, and in my own personal group, I had over $1 million in volume. Now, if I had had the same compensation plan in that particular company that we have in HempWorx, I would have been literally making millions of dollars, as some of the affiliates are currently doing in our company. So if we've got the number one money maker in network marketing history in our company right now, that's not to say that every one of you watching this video can't do the same. And let me dispel a rumor, a misnomer right here and now before I go any further. There are some people that are so dense in their thinking that they believe that it's only the people at the top that make all the money, that the people coming in below somebody like myself or some other leader in the company, they can never make more than we can. That's poppycock. That is simply not true. The beauty of this program is it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you catch the vision and passion of what we're doing here, you have every opportunity to surpass the income of your upline leaders like myself or others. Now, speaking of upline leaders, let me tell you this. Should you decide to join this company, you're going to be in a position where you have a tremendous group of upline leaders that will do all in their power to help you succeed. Now, in my case, every company I've been in, every networking company I've been in since my Marine Corps days, I've never, other than my friend Mark Yarnell, who was my direct sponsor in a company years ago, other than him, I've never had any upline support. So when I made the decision in early January 2019 to join HempWorx, the day before I joined, I got on my knees and I said a simple prayer. I said, "Dear Lord, tomorrow I'm going to join HempWorx because I believe it's a fantastic company. I believe they have products that everybody breathing air needs. And all I ask is, please let me find an affiliate to sign up with where I will get the most amount of support." And let me tell you, friends, that next day I got up, I went to Facebook, went to my messenger to see what kind of traffic I'd received overnight. And lo and behold, I had a message from one of the people that watches me on my YouTube channel. She's from Michigan. Her name is Joyce. And Joyce had sent me a link. She'd been watching my YouTube videos for a while. She sent me a simple link about President Trump or something related to that. And as I'd never actually looked at her profile to learn more about who she was. But I knew she was a patriot. I knew she was somebody that followed me on YouTube. And I clicked on her profile, and lo and behold, there I found out that she was a HempWorx affiliate. So without question, I went directly to her site, never talked to her on the phone, never sent her an email. I looked at it as a positive omen. I looked at it as an answer directly from God that Joyce was the person that I was to sign up with. Now, I got to meet Joyce in person in Ohio last March when I went up there to the Cleveland area to meet with several of the other upline leaders, to include Barb Miller, the leader of the success team. Barb is one of the most successful people in the company. I got to meet Dr. Pamela Markham. I got to meet Debbie Wood, Joyce, my direct sponsor, and many of the other leaders in the company. Oh, I got to meet Charlene Morrison from Alberta, Canada. And I might mention that Charlene and Barb are both from Canada. Barb Miller lives in Nova Scotia, Canada. And again, Charlene is in Alberta. Now, the interesting thing about that, I have a lot of Canadians who've joined my group. And God bless all of you wonderful souls. But I think it's because of the rift between the President of Canada, Trudeau, and our President, Donald J. Trump, that we are not currently able to market the CBD oil in Canada. So I'm encouraging all of my Canadian friends to come join MyDailyChoice, and then you will be allowed to work HempWorx back into the United States, where you have lots of friends. You can market into the United States, as well as every country overseas where we are currently allowed to ship the CBD oil. And you can go and find your own list. You can do the research online. But I can tell you I have a growing number of HempWorx affiliates in the UK, Germany, Austria, and many other countries, Africa, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana. We have an aggressive expansion plan in Africa currently, and we're also going to start officially opening many other countries throughout the world as we move into 2020. Now, that's a great thing because we have what's called a seamless compensation plan. I also have friends in a lot of countries: Japan, Switzerland, New Zealand, Australia, Italy, Belgium, and the list of international representatives is growing by the day. Now, again, not every one of those countries is currently allowing the hemp oil to be marketed there, but our international expansion team is working diligently to open as many countries as possible to the HempWorx. But what I would encourage all of my international friends to do is sign up in MyDailyChoice, use those fabulous sprays and other products that are currently being shipped there, get on board, lock in your position on the team, and then as we open up more and more countries to HempWorx, you can simply just roll right into that. So don't think that there's nothing you can do wherever you live in the country. And you'll know, once you go to sign up, you'll find out very quickly what products are available to be shipped to your respective country, okay? So let me see where I was at. Okay, so I ended up 6 months later signing up on the 4th of January. During that month, I was the #1 marketing rep in the company. I did the same thing in February. And then in October, I was the #2 recruiter in the entire company for that month. Now, I'm on the leaderboard once again. I think this month I've signed up maybe 4 or 5 people. But the reason is I'm now shifting to working more and more with the people that are already in my company. Oh, I will always recruit. Recruiting is the lifeblood of a company like this because you never know who's going to stick with it. You know, and the worst thing a person can do is get signed up and quit. You know, if you never sign up, obviously you will never win because you miss every shot you don't take. But if you do get signed up and you get locked in to a position in this company, the dumbest thing you could possibly do is throw in the towel and quit. So if there are any of you that have joined my team over the last 6 months, now after 6 months of inactivity, the computer simply purges you out of the system. But that's not to say you can't sign up once again after you're out of the system. If you decide you want to fall out of the system and go sign up, if you think the grass is greener somewhere else and you can make more money finding another distributor, God bless you and good luck to you, because I doubt very seriously you're going to find anybody that you can use as your direct sponsor that's going to be any more aggressive than I am in building this business. Because I saw the vision of where HempWorx, My Daily Choice, was going, like I said, 6 months before I actually signed up. But boy, am I glad I did, because my team is exploding. Now, I noticed from the first video I did on this channel, go back and look at the other, there's only 2 videos on this channel, but I noticed in the comments section that one of my affiliates signed up with me early on in February, and he has a tremendous amount of volume running down that particular leg in his company, and he is desirous to sell his position. I don't know this guy directly, but I'm sure he's somebody that got signed up and decided that he just didn't want to expend the effort to build a big business, and so now he's offering his position for sale. And I would encourage anybody else that is currently active and has maintained a massive amount of volume in your leg, if you are desirous to sell your position, by all means, make a comment on this particular video and make it known to the world that you have a position that you would like to sell. And then all you got to do is contact that person, let them know that you're interested. Now, I would ask those of you that are desirous to sell your current position, and believe me, I told everybody from the beginning, I said, if you get signed up on my team and down the road you decide this is not for you, this is not something you would like to pursue, then by all means sell your position to somebody that would like to have a lot of volume running down their leg. Now, if you cannot yet find that person, hang on to that site. It's going to be worth its weight in gold down the road. Now, those volumes below people that joined me very early on they're over 80,000. Many of them are right at 80,000 in volume. Now, what do you think is going to happen when that hits 100,000, 200,000 plus, which it's going to, because you can rest assured that Steve Motley is never going to quit this company. This is the most amazing company I personally have ever been involved in. I believe in the owners. I believe in their honesty and integrity, and they've never done anything to make me suspect of what they're doing. I just think this is the best company currently in the world for making large amounts of money and also helping a lot of people, okay? So again, if you're interested in selling your position and you have a lot of volume below you, put the information in the comment section, and hopefully somebody will come in and purchase that position from you. But having said that, I would ask that those of you affiliates that are desirous to sell your position, don't go crazy and try to sell it for a massive amount of money, because again, until we get over 100,000 plus, it is a valuable position, but don't try to gouge people. Don't take advantage of people. Take a look at how much money you've invested in the company since you came on board. Take that amount, add maybe 10, 20% to that figure, and offer it to somebody that's desirous to grab a great position, okay? And go ahead and make that happen, because I would much rather have somebody in that position that is truly sincere and passionate about building a business than somebody who's just hanging on to the spot because I told you it was a good investment, okay? It's much better to go ahead and get rid of it. One of the very first people that I signed up decided that they didn't want to work with me for whatever reason, and so they have put their position in the name of somebody else, but I don't know, but that person's not doing anything either. So I think that person would be better off to go ahead and offer that position up to somebody that would appreciate, the positioning of that site. I hope I'm making sense to you here, but this is very near and dear to my heart, and I believe everybody would be better served to sell a position than to just let it go inactive, okay? But again, for those of you that have chosen to go inactive, once you're out for 6 months, you will be purged from the system. So if you're desirous to do that, just let it go. But if not, you can reactivate at any time. And you might want to reactivate for at least one bottle and go into that back office and take a look at what's going on. All right, let me change gears. Every new affiliate that comes into my team, I send out a personal welcome letter. Now, there are way too many of you out there that are not even taking the time to read the welcome letter, because in that welcome letter, I delineate very clearly, step by step, what you need to do to succeed in this business. Now, if you don't have the gumption or the wherewithal to look at the letter and then take action, then there's nothing I can do to help you. Now, there may be a handful of you out there that never got my welcome letter. I'm not perfect. I'm shooting, moving, and communicating. I'm all over the country doing things to get this information in front of people. So if you happen to be somebody that's on the Motley Crew HempWorx team, but you never received my welcome letter, please put that in the comments down below. Put your email address and say, Steve, I never received your welcome letter. Please send it to me. Or maybe I did send it to you and you didn't know exactly what it was and you deleted it for whatever reason. Let me know. I will send you the welcome letter. And one of the first things I tell people when they get that welcome letter is log into your back office. We have one of the most elaborate, sophisticated, user-friendly back offices that you will ever see in any company out there. And everything that you, the affiliate, needs to know to do this business is in that back office. You need to go in there, watch the training videos, get familiar with what's going on, look at your genealogy, look at all the people falling down below you, whatever. But take the damn time to go to the back office and familiarize yourself with what's going on. I got very little respect or time for people that are not willing to help themselves. There's an old saying that my mother taught me when I was a kid, and she said, Steve, always remember that God helps those that help themselves. You may pray for success, but if you're not willing to do your part, I doubt seriously that you're going to get answers to your prayers in the way that you hope to. What does it say in the Bible? Faith without works is dead. Okay? You got to take action. People are not going to come to you. I go out every single day and I shoot videos. I do everything possible to introduce people to HempWorx. One of the simplest things I do, and I sign up at least 1-2 people a week with these cards. I make up these cards, and I got different ones, and I put them out I went and got gas tonight. I left a couple on the gas pump, where sometimes I drop them in the mall. I do everything possible to get this information out to the masses. And on the back, I have my own little personal message, okay? And I'll show you that right now. And, it's not perfect, but it's something that you can go on. You may want to pause. I hope you can read that. You may want to pause this video and read this and copy it down and then make your own, wordsmith this, cut and paste whatever you want, wordsmith it to fit your own desires. And me personally, I don't put I do have some cards on order that I think have my phone. Now, maybe not. I don't know. I don't necessarily like putting my phone number on the cards because a lot of times I'll go into a Barnes & Noble or Books A Million and I'll just very nonchalantly stick one of my cards in a leading business book or a book about hemp or any of that stuff. And there's no way that the managers can jump back at me unless they go to my website. And on the website, you will find the phone number. So why should I put, maybe you will make up a certain batch of cards with your phone number. And I do encourage you to do that. But keep those separate and actually hand those to people directly that you come in contact with. Or if you go in a restaurant and you got a great waiter that serves on you, like I did tonight, leave them a card and say, hey, Bob or Joe or Sally, I want you checked out what I got here, and here's my phone number. But otherwise, you can do like I do, keep it generic. But on here, I have themotleycrew.com. Now, anybody anyway, I don't want to, okay, I said I wasn't going to talk about the site, but that was a slip. I didn't mean to do that. Also, I want to encourage those of you that are trying to figure this thing out or you're marketing, these sample packs are very effective. If you open it up, it's got a lot of great information. And in here, you'll see samples of the CBD oil. You'll see samples of our skincare products. And if you're a marketing rep and you've not yet taken advantage of these sample packs, that might be a good New Year's resolution. Because people are always asking me, they say, Steve, how do you do this? What do I have to have a big YouTube channel? Absolutely not. I sign up people on a regular basis from every social media platform. I've got a big Twitter account. I got Facebook. I'm not too big on Instagram yet. But that's going to be one of my focuses in San Diego this year when I go down for my 4th social media marketing expo. So, if you want to really do something with this business, you've got to educate yourself. And there's no better investment you can make than in yourself. Go to seminars, go to expos, do whatever you got to do to learn the skills. Again, I didn't get to be where I'm at overnight. I started Twitter in the fall of 2016, and at that time I only had like 2,000 followers. I now have over 65,000 followers. How did I do that? It didn't happen overnight. It took me several years to build up those numbers. Same thing with YouTube. When I started my YouTube channel in February of 2017, my goal was to get 20 subscribers. I figured if I could get 20 people paying some kind of attention to what I was talking about, over the years, I thought that thing may grow bigger and bigger. Little did I know that in just a couple of years, I would have over 45,000 subscribers. I would have twice that number if my friends at YouTube and Google didn't throttle me back so bad. But, in the day of universal deceit, telling the truth is sometimes a revolutionary act. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you the truth about HempWorx and about the hemp revolution. The hemp revolution is currently and will continue to be, I believe, and also Fortune 500 and magazine, as well as Forbes magazine, they believe the same thing. They believe this is going to be one of the biggest economic trends that many of us alive today will ever see in our lifetime. So if you're somebody that would like to take advantage of that exploding hemp CBD market, then by all means, get back to the person that invited you to watch this video or find out how you can sign up with me. But do whatever you got to do to grab your spot as soon as possible. Now, having said that, I want you all to remember midnight Thursday night, because in this company, we pay weekly. And if you signed up on a Saturday or a Sunday to take the free tour, by the time Thursday midnight rolls around, you're going to have a lot of people that could potentially be in your organization should you decide to take action and upgrade before midnight on Thursday. If you decide not to do that, that's fine. because you will start all over again at 12:01 a.m. on Friday morning. So you can continue to procrastinate. You can continue to decide not to join. But you just remember that there are no exceptions. If you don't sign up before midnight on Thursday and you're taking the tour, then you have the chance to start all over again on 001 Friday morning. But if you don't do it the following week, you'll just start over again. Now that will go on for about 3 months. If you take the tour and you decide this is not for you, all you got to do is go to the bottom of one of those emails that you've been receiving from Josh Schweigel and the corporate headquarters and click that button down below, and you can opt out, and you will be removed from the contact manager, and you will not receive any further emails from the company. However, if you don't opt out, you will continue to receive the emails for about 3 months, and then you will automatically be purged from the system, just as you will be if you go 6 months as an affiliate or a customer and decide not to reorder. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope so. Well, friends, listen, I'm not going to take any more of your valuable time, but let me say once again to my friends at Retired Marine Sounds Off, please subscribe to my hemp channel. And again, I'm going to put this video at the very top of my next Retired Marine Sounds Off video with the instructions to please go there and at least subscribe to my channel, whether you have any interest whatsoever in HempWorx or MyDailyChoice. I'm just preparing myself in the event that one day my YouTube channel gets taken down. Now, I hope and pray that won't ever happen, because I am a comedy site. I tell everybody watching my YouTube videos at Retired Marine Sounds Off that it's strictly a parody site. It is, it's just comedy. That's all it is. I've never said that I'm a political advocate or, what's the word I'm looking for? I just do the channels. I get a lot of good laughs on them from time to time. And you can take that information for what it's worth. But with that, I want to thank all of you who have decided to subscribe to the channel, regardless of your interest in HempWorx, because it's my backup channel in the event that something crazy happens. But for those of you that are interested, take the free tour. Get back to the person that invited you here, or find out what my my free tour site is. Take the free tour with the understanding that you can opt out at any time. With that, friends, I wish you all a happy holiday season. And I would also encourage those of you, we saw record numbers of online sales on Black Friday. Black Friday saw 7.4 billion in sales, online sales, and then Cyber Monday, just a few days ago, we saw another record of 9.5 billion online sales. So what I would ask you is, why would you go out and fight the crazy Christmas traffic and hustle and bustle when you can this year do something different? Stop giving the same old stupid gifts that nobody appreciates, nobody really wants, and give the gift of health and wellness this year by signing up in HempWorx, buying products for all of your friends and relatives, and giving them the gift of health and wellness, which they will greatly love and appreciate you for. So with that, friends, thanks again for all of you who stuck it out and watched this 45-minute video. I would thank you again for doing so. And if I can help you in any way, or you would like to talk to me directly, you can always leave a comment with your contact information, and I will get back to you. Over the number of months, I've been a bit delinquent, but on Thanksgiving, I tried to reach out to every single one of you who have my phone number. I sent you a personal text message, And as I head back to Idaho over the next few days, I hope to spend a lot of time driving across this country, speaking to you on the phone and answering your questions and touching base with all of you. So God bless you, friends. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to talking to all of you again real soon. God bless you, and best of success, whatever you decide to do. Take care. Bye now.